All right, ladies and gentlemen, Chicago Fire head coach Frank Klopas. Frank, obviously a big win for the team, a fun game for the fans. Can you talk about the mentality tonight, how the players responded, going down early, fighting back?
I thought the mentality, the attitude was incredible from the group. Showed a lot of character, but they've shown that all year long. So it's not a surprise to me, not at all. Most important thing is to have a good locker room, and I think we do, and it shows how we've competed every game. So it was a massive game, but it was one of these games that, when you think about the history of the team, and all the years, this is one of the games that's up there. Coming from behind and the way we did it in the end and never giving up, and playing good soccer, creating chances, exciting game. Not so much for the coaches, but it was take my hats off to the group that we had in the locker room, because they competed, played well, and great to get the 3 points at home, especially coming from the other.
Coach, you insert Alex in the game in the 83rd minute, and oftentimes is that just sort of a gut feeling you have to put someone in a specific late in a situation like that, a sense he might be able to create something for you?
Yeah, and I think in this trip, the second time we played 3 games in 7 days in a week. The difference with this is that we played 2 on the road, so some guys were fatigued, and we had to make some changes, especially with the wide players. Alex and Dilly had blocked a lot of minutes, played well in both the games, so we had a game plan going in, and I think him coming in, I think Patrick had a very good game, but then the last 10 minutes we felt that the game was open, and Alex obviously gives us a lot in possession, but always is very good in tight areas, who can beat his defender one-on-one, and he came in, and obviously all the subs and all the players are on the field. Were fantastic tonight, and I can't say enough just for the group. Just it's a fantastic win. We got to move forward, enjoy it the next couple of days, and get ready for another tough game next week.
Frank, first time you guys have been in the playoff position this season. How important is it for the team's confidence and momentum?
I mean, it's huge. We had that slow start, and if you look early on, some of the injuries, and obviously, missing Arne early on, and Logan, and some of those guys were key guys to our team a year ago, and it wasn't easy to replace those guys. It took a while to do so, and it was a pretty big hole, but I just think that the team never gave up. We fought hard. Obviously the changes we made have helped, not only on the field but also off the field. As far as the locker room and having the right mentality within the group. We knew that you want to be right there in the end, and we're right there. So there's a lot to play for. We're very excited to be in the position we are. We've earned this. The guys have earned it with all the hard work and sacrifice they made. We're not happy where we are. This is a great win, but it's just another step now to where we want to be in the end of the season. So we're right there with a lot to play, and it's exciting for us to be in that position after the start we had.
Anthony.
It seemed like Anagano is maybe his most active game so far. What did you think about him today, scoring his first goal especially?
Yeah, it was great. I told him Greek night, so if you score, you get to break some plates, and I gave him like 10 plates in the locker room to break, so I think there was a big motivation for him, But no, his movement, I just think that, he's a quiet kid, and I think the more he gets within the group, and, his ability, his ability to hold the ball, combine, and also you saw him, I think that, the one goal he took very well, his movement off the ball was great, and the way he finished, and then he had a couple other opportunities. He's very good in the air, physically strong, and I think he's only going to get better. And I think with that, it takes a little bit of time just to, in any new environment, to adjust to the lifestyle, to a new team, to get comfortable. He's, every game, every week, every day in training, he's been better and better.
Frank, what'd you change on the defense for the second half? Because the first half they got 2 goals that you probably didn't like.
I didn't like the second goal because it was a handball. That's the hand, It just seems like this refs missed every call for us. You look at the tape. I saw it from there. I don't know how you know, they miss a play like that, but in a corner where the guy's 50 yards away, he sees the ball out of bounds. The guy traps it, hits both hands, and then they go. You know, I mean, and they get a play out of nothing. So that's why I was frustrated. Obviously, for sure, giving up the goal in the 45th minute, it's never easy, you know. But the thing that I told the group is, you know, it's good to play with emotions, you know, but you have to be under control, you know, not to do something silly now and, you know, and where we hurt the team with the red card, you know, because I knew we were going to be back in the game. That's the way I felt. It was, you know, it was difficult to go in, but I think there was a belief within the group, you know, and we just kept playing. We came out with a lot of energy. I told them that we had to push the game, and you know, and we had to leave everything out there in the next 45 minutes, and I think the guys did that.
Frank, the starting lineup, you make a few changes. Do you think they consider this for the next game?
Yeah, for sure. I think one of the reasons I said, you know, third game within a week, and I think the big thing of that, we see, we monitor the recovery of some of the guys, you know, with the technology that we have, and you know, I think that the thing with this is that we traveled, you know, we played two games on the road, you know, going to Seattle on turf, and it's a long flight. I think throughout the season, you underestimate the travel a little bit in this league and the distances that you have to go. So some of the guys are fatigued. Obviously, we can't make, you know, change everyone, but what you saw tonight is that we have a group that everybody's ready to contribute and play. So the depth is good, competition is good, and you know, in the end, we're going to need everyone. And I think it was great the guys that stepped in, and they've done it all season long. You know, I think it's great that we're getting some of the breaks now, and we just have to keep improving.